Hi, uh, everyone. This will be my first, YouTube video. Uh, Never done this before. I've done a lot of live speeches all over the world, but I haven't really just talked to a camera on my phone before. So bear with me. I'm learning, and hopefully I'll get better at this. So the reason I want to create this program is so that I can share my thoughts with you. I have a lot of ideas and my perspective on the Web3 game space, and as well as metaverse. I'm thinking about doing this short video, because in June of this year, McKinsey Company published a report on the value creation of metaverse, and they predicted that the metaverse may generate up to $5 trillion in impact by 2030. And obviously they break it down, saying $2 trillion to $2.6 trillion will be for e-commerce by 2030, 180 billion to 270 billion for the academic virtual learning market. And you know what's worth noting is they say 108 billion to 125 billion impact on the gaming market, to name a few. As you may or may not know, gaming industry today worldwide is already $200 billion. So they could just claim a subset of the gaming industry as metaverse. And to be fair, as part of the report, they're also pointing out what metaverse is still being defined. And a lot of people really don't want to get into this discussion about the definition of metaverse, because it makes everyone look stupid, look dumb, because we don't even know what we're talking about. What you have in mind of what metaverse is may be entirely different from what I have in mind. I'll give you a few examples. Do you think metaverse has to be VR? Do you have to wear Oculus? Do you have to wear some kind of a VR? Me personally, I don't think so. I find most of the VR helmets to be low res and stuffy, dorky, nerdy, and I cannot imagine. My mother, who's approaching her 80s, would put on a VR helmet to just have a video conference with me. We're doing that just fine on our phones. So what's the extra value that the users may get from using metaverse? And I've come across some business plan. They're trying to raise money, and they just basically say you can play games in this metaverse, and here's the tokenomics. In a lot of these business plans, I don't really see how it's fun, because games have to be fun. Otherwise, it's not games. I don't know what's a game that's not fun. The reason educational software, we used to have this term called edutainment. Education software, they want to have the gaming elements in it or gamify it, is because being educated is boring. And a lot of the educators would like to, make it more lively and make it more engaging. So they want to make it more game-like because it's more fun. So games have to be fun. Call me old-fashioned, but I think games have to be fun. So a lot of the business plans for metaverses, I don't see how it's fun. They build all this world, they decorated the 3D space with trees, IPs, Gucci, LVs. I don't understand why people will come. In game industry, we have you can break it down many ways, but there is this, steps or philosophy. It was coined by the CEO of Shanda, what used to be the biggest game company in China Timothy said, come, stay, and pay. So come is you bring people in to the game, and stay is increasing retention. You make sure they stay in the game, they don't leave, and maybe some of them will pay, right? And nowadays we just call it user acquisition, retention, and conversion, payment conversion. Different terms, but we're basically saying the same thing. And the same principle can apply to apps, to metaverse. So why would they come? You have to offer unique value proposition to people who would break their regular habit of calling their friends on a phone, in WhatsApp or Messenger or Skype or Zoom, to your metaverse. And what is that? So this unique value proposition of metaverse when it comes to gaming, I haven't seen people really articulate that very well. I think most people, the conversation is very superficial. They just talk about metaverse. Okay, where can I sign the check? Not too many people talk about why do we have to have metaverse, and how is metaverse going to enrich our lives. Again, I started the conversation with, do you have to have VR helmet for metaverse? I don't think so. And so if it's just a 3D virtual space and people can talk to one another, well, World of Warcraft or even EverQuest did that 23 years ago, and World of Warcraft maybe 20 years ago, and hundreds of other games, MMORPG games, that have done the same. I'm not negative on metaverse. I just think we need to agree on what metaverse is and what does it do. Why is it a necessity in the future before we talk about how much value it's going to generate for us in the future. Anyway, that's my rant, and this is my first video episode. I don't want to make this too long. And if you have comments or questions, please leave it in a comment. I don't know what you guys would like to hear about, so help me out and give me your comments, and maybe give me some ideas on what would you like to hear. Thanks.